Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Nick, my little lovely. Good morning. Good morning.
Dawn, my
Good
sweetie, how are
morning.
you?
Mwah, mwah, mwah. All the
Oh,
better now.
and we now get to spend 2 times a week together. Isn't that, great
It's
for
really special,
it's
hey?
it's it's great for a marriage.
It is. It is. Absence makes the heart grow fonder as
It
well.
certainly does. It certainly does. Well, how are you, Dawn? Good morning,
I
and how are you?
I am super good actually. Super busy, super good.
Yeah.
Had a brilliant weekend last week. Last weekend. It was weekend before. It was absolutely brilliant. In Bournemouth.
Yes.
It was
I
oh,
did I did have a nosy and, even though I wasn't invited and abandoned on my Monday morning. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Um,
impressed.
gonna say, it's not like I knew in advance that I'd got the
No,
Monday off,
a wife needs to have a little time away
She
sometimes.
does,
No,
absolutely, yes, but I did have a nosy, and I have to say, so deeply proud of you, my friend. What a wonderful, wonderful demo you did. The
thank
work
you
was
so
amazing.
much.
It was a pleasure to watch.
Bless you. Thank
And I
you.
know it all went very, very well because it's all I keep hearing about. And it's like, yes, I know. I know. I saw some of it. I watched. I watched. So absolutely brilliant. So,
You.
so proud of you all. What a wonderful, wonderful um, way of reaching out another aspect of the world of spirit for people as well.
Bless you.
Um,
Thank you.
coming together as everyone did in such a creative and very
Yeah.
public way as well. With just such an excellent medium like Dawn as well.
You
Wonderful.
darling.
And people were excited about hearing Richard's voice occasionally.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
they
Yeah,
still
Richard
keep
worked
asking
really
what you look
hard.
like.
Isn't it good
Richard
that you
has
couldn't be
just
heard
did,
when you said
did
that, Richard?
show himself. Um, I
Yeah.
see. So wonderful. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. And it's Spirit Seekers isn't the only thing keeping you busy at the moment either, is it?
No, no, it isn't. Thank you for bringing that in.
Queen of the Links. Ta-da!
Um, at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, on Tuesdays, I'm now reopened my circle.
Ba, ba, ba.
It's at 7:30 on a Tuesday, and it is just £5, and it always runs over time,
Yeah,
as everything always does with me and Joe.
yeah.
But yeah, it's at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, and it's an open circle, so anyone can come, and it's for all levels as well. And I love, and you'll get a cup of tea after, a bit of biscuit or something after, So it's and it is lovely. I'll take you through all kinds of different tutoring every week. We do something different, and it's just to stretch you and to open your vibrations up and get you to connect, and it's great fun.
Fabulous. And
Indoor
that
or big
is
square.
Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. That is in the flesh. Yes.
I will be there in the flesh. Yes.
Lovely. And that is absolutely brilliant too. Uh, for, sorry,
What was that?
for anyone.
Oh, anyone can take part. Absolutely. It's for all levels, all it doesn't matter who you are. If you're completely new and completely green to it all, come along. Or if you're a seasoned individual, come along as well. I'd be more than happy to have you.
Absolutely. It's absolutely true. One thing I always, and certainly when we had our another plug here plug in coming, when we had our VIP workshop on
Yes.
Fridays, which is still open for business if anybody wants
Yes.
to join.
Yes. Please join. VIPs. VIP. Become a VIP.
VIP,
Yes.
absolutely. You always learn something yourself when you're part of a circle, whether you're leading it or taking part. And
You really
you know,
do.
I always look forward to my online ones that once again they do overrun. I think it was nearly 5 o'clock one week where we finished 2 o'clock
This is
start as
so
well. Um, that's getting your money's worth, isn't it?
true.
But it's always great to hear different sides and opinions and experiences. Like for instance, on Friday when you led everyone in sitting in the power, It was actually quite a heavy influence on one of the guided meditations I did at the workshop yesterday. So,
Ah,
you make use of each other's ideas and thoughts and spread the word of spirit. Spread the
absolutely, absolutely. And it's like you say, you do learn. You never ever stop learning, do you?
absolutely.
Like with the way that you were kind of teaching people to get more information
Yeah.
from spirit, how to go in about getting it, because sometimes you don't realize that people don't know what to ask.
No, absolutely.
They don't know what
Absolutely.
to ask to get more information. So when you're kind of encouraging them with that, that is a real steep learning curve for people.
Absolutely. And of course, I heard one thing you said about your circle that is vital. And the first thing I ever learned in spiritualism is that spirit always ends with tea or
Amen.
coffee and biscuits.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely,
absolutely brilliant. And good luck with that. And anyone in the Wimbledon area or feeling frisky and wanting to go distance,
absolutely.
um,
Come
you know,
visit me.
yeah, go visit Dawn. It should
Yay.
be ace. And of course,
Mm.
speaking of lovely people, where are our Brighten our Dayers with our purple hearts to say hello to?
Let's say hello.
Oh, and of
Oh,
course, before we say hello,
yeah, we've got
um,
two, don't we, Nick?
we forgot that we're supposed to stand side by side next to a floating graphic and have
Yeah.
some music playing in the background as we say, today on Brighten Your Day, we have got Minty May is joining us to talk about
Yay.
work and services and even give readings.
Yes, yes.
Excuse
If you're
me.
lucky enough, you may get a reading.
Absolutely. And then we've got the lovely Kate May with her wonderful taroscope.
Yes, we have.
Coming up a little bit later on, we also have, she's back. We did ask, she did agree. Bib Charles with her crystals is returning for a regular
Yay.
slot on the show. She's going to be a regular feature
Yes,
frequently.
very excited about that. I love
We
watching her stuff. I learned so much from her.
absolutely, yes. I just and she's such a sweetie too. It's like, oh, excited.
Mhm.
And of course, we will have a VIP coming on for a
Yes,
reading in front of
just
you.
after. Yep, that'll be just after our break,
Absolutely, after the commercial break.
after the commercial break.
Yeah, just
Not sponsored.
so lots to go through, and of course, lots of news, announcements, lots of things discussed, and all our regular chit chat, banter, and messages throughout the show.
Awesome.
Exciting and busy.
You have not. I plugged my circle. You haven't plugged your online.
No, I haven't. So, okay, I will.
I'm giving you the floor.
The princess of links. So yes, I do an online circle, which is £4. I have various different slots available. There's Mondays at 2 o'clock. There's Wednesdays at 11, and then Wednesdays at 2 as well. They are open development and meditation circles, various different progressions. I always find that the groups that come together always kind of lead the style of the circle when it's an open circle.
Yeah.
So we've got the Monday one, we've got the Wednesday morning, the Wednesday afternoon, £4 on Zoom. And there is links available on my Facebooky page, which I will bump.
Has Richard got a link for that?
No, I don't think he has actually,
Okay.
but
Get it on
he tells people frequently how to find me on Facebook. So
Perfect.
I will. Oh, it's on the screen. Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's on the
So,
screen.
yes. So yes, lots of things. We do guided meditations. We do psychic exercises just to show people how it's done,
Perfect.
and avoid the pitfalls, avoid the foibles, but also have a good time. And we also, one of the things that I find really important is that we have discussions about spirituality, about philosophy, and like there's always a theme of the week.
Perfect.
So we do get quite in-depth conversations, and there's some lovely SPtv has already joined, and we have fun. So thank you for the plug, Dawn.
That's brilliant. Fantastic. And with that, shall we say some hellos?
Let's do it. And
Yeah,
kicking off
wonderful people.
right straight away is Lima de Pima. Good morning,
Ah,
darling.
Limo de Pimo. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I can't see anything on my screen at the moment.
In that case, I will carry on until you do. Stay sure. Good morning, Richard. Hope you're feeling better. Good morning, Nick and Dawn.
Ah, Christine Davies. Good morning, Dawn and Nick. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Shelley, the lovely Shelley Stewart. Good morning, everyone, with a lovely smiley face.
Yolanda. I'm not going to say your surname. But hello to you. Hello. Welcome to the show.
This game has begun again. I'm loving it. Rebecca Whelan. Good morning, everyone.
Boom, boom, boom. Kelly Rocket, good evening from Australia. Kelly, good evening.
Hi, Kelly. Blessed and highly favoured. Good morning, everyone. Hope all is doing well, and I hope you are too.
Is that literally on your birth certificate?
I hope so.
Wow.
That would be awesome.
my spiritual mother. Hello to you.
Hi, Mum. Lynn McNally. No, I said that wrong. McCannally. Lynn McCannally. McCannally.
Lynn.
Lynn. Yeah, hi, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
I've got a frog in my throat, and I don't know what. Feeling a bit overwhelmed with my life. Things are happening. So we are hoping that, Spirit will give you some guidance throughout the show, and you never know, you might even get.
You could be a reading.
Could well be.
Absolutely. Abby Vale. Good morning, Abby. Good morning to you. Lovely picture.
Absolutely. And Ellie Spooner Payne, good morning, and a boom to you too.
Hey, good morning. Stacey Thomas. Oh, lots of lovely little foxes as well. That's cute.
Love the foxes.
Welcome. Foxes.
Helen Lisa Davies. Good morning to you. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Lovely. Donna Eden. Lovely surname. Good morning, Donna. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Paul Marfleet. Good morning. Love the picture.
Yeah, cool picture. Crystal Rodriguez. Cool. Oh, thank you very much for the little emoji. Little angel.
Pamela Greterex. Good morning.
I'm so glad you read that one, not me. I literally saw it as Pamela Grotesque.
You give it a different.
I'm dyslexic.
You give it a different one every week. I'm sure she's used to it by now.
I'm so sorry. Oh dear.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh well, I can't see anything now. Again.
Linda Owen, big old heart carrying emoji. That's
lovely.
a massive.
Thank you very much, Kim Bird. Kim, hello. Lots of purple hearts. Thank you, darling.
Dawny Walden. Good morning, Nick and Dawn. Good morning, Dawny. Nice to see you. Again, nice to see you again.
Yes. Richard's got a bit of a cough this morning.
He has, bless his heart.
Yeah, and Nick's got a frog in his throat. And to anybody who needs healing, send out. Just imagine for a second a beautiful blue healing bubble circling around our world, encapsulating our world.
Absolutely.
Anybody who needs it. It's always good to ask for healing for yourself. We forget to do that.
Here. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. And speaking of healing being sent out, good morning to Eunice Spinks, who was helping send out some healing yesterday in our workshop to a very dear friend of ours at Littleport. So if everyone could send healing to Pete and Mandy, that would be great. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. Pete and Mandy, God bless you. It was on my screen for about half a second and then it's disappeared. Di Redman, my first time seeing you both. Oh, welcome to the show. It's wonderful to have you.
Welcome. Natasha, good morning. Good morning to Natasha. And so.
Okay, so to anyone we haven't said good morning to, good morning.
Good morning. It's shine the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you. And do you know who else we need to say good morning to?
Say good morning to. I'd like to say good morning to Minty.
Minty. Good. Drum roll. Let's bring him on. Big welcome to Minty May.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you both, and thank you for having me on this morning.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. We've not met before, so this is really exciting to see you.
It's exciting to see you guys as well, I must admit, and I'm loving the energy that's being sent out as well. It's absolutely fantastic.
Wonderful. Always powerful messages of love on here. Always. So tell us a little bit about what you do, Minty.
So I'm a medium. I've been practicing as a medium for just over 30 years now. My grandmother taught me from about the age of 4 or 5. She was a medium herself, and I was about 4 or 5 years old, and one day she saw me talking to her 2 brothers. Now, her 2 brothers were in spirit, but she wanted me to say who I was talking to. So I said, it's my Uncle Jim and my Uncle George. And then she was like, can you describe them? So I was able to describe them to her. Now, her 2 brothers have sadly passed away in the Second World War. So there was no I was ever going to meet them or anything. So from that point onwards, she realised that I could connect and see spirit. And then, as you can imagine, trying to get a 5-year-old to meditate is pretty damn impossible. Especially because I was like, in squirrel, it is like, you know, I'd start a conversation and go, oh, squirrel. My attention was always here, there, and everywhere. But no, she had great patience with me, and she would get me to sit in her garden, and she would get me to just close my eyes, focus on the breathing. But then she would be like, can you hear the bees buzzing around my lavender bushes, or can you feel the wind blowing through the leaves on the trees? So she would do that for short periods of time, and then over time she taught me how to use tarot cards, which is one of the things I do, psychometry. I do channel spirit as well. Funny enough, you guys were talking about circles. I actually run a circle myself as well.
Great.
So
there's a few people saying they follow you, Minty.
Yes.
In the chat.
Hi, Rebecca. Thank you for joining us. And it's one of those, when I was 13 years old, I started working at psychic fairs next to my grandmother.
Wow.
Which is really, really cool. Hi, Kelly. And yeah, it's always been there.
You know? Always been part of your life.
Right, you never stop learning.
Never,
every single time you do a reading, every single time you help someone, you're always learning something new.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the beauty of it. You never stop learning.
Yeah. And you're constantly sharing what your wisdom, aren't you? What you learn.
Yeah.
You're constantly sharing it. I think that's a wonderful thing that we do as spiritualists. I don't know many other religions that sort of that share knowledge like that, you know?
We certainly the core depth of that knowledge. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it is about sharing and learning. And I've always said that not one person is ever going to know it all.
No.
You know, you can always learn something new from each other. Different techniques, different ways of connecting, different tools to use and stuff like that as well.
Exactly. We kind of get stuck in our ways, don't we, sometimes, Nick? Well, I do anyway. Certain ways of working, so we're connecting, and you work with someone else and you go, because it's been a long time since I've started, and you think, okay, I could do that, I could give that a go. And you do, and you think it freshens you up, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It does. And it just makes it exciting. It's exciting as well when you're trying something new.
Absolutely.
I love that newness. What I love is when you've got people that come to your circle that might not have ever done anything before, and they're getting it.
Yeah.
I did a pendulum work. Actually, I did a children's crystal workshop on Saturday.
Oh,
and
fabulous.
It was about 8 years onwards.
Fabulous.
You know what? It was so great to see. They loved it. They got it. Some of the questions I was being asked as well, they were like, wow, weren't expecting that one kind of thing, you know. But there's that, the thing with children is there's that brutal honesty. And I love it.
Yeah.
I think I just love that brutal honesty. But no, it was just great fun. The energy is fantastic as well, in all fairness. So no, that was great fun on Saturday.
Brilliant. Now, this is the second time you've mentioned it, so I really do want to pick up on this because this is something really, really close to my heart and really, really important. You were 4 years old when you started developing with your grandmother, 13 when you started working publicly, and you taught a development circle with crystals for children at the weekend. How vitally important do you feel it is to encourage rather than suppress those experiences we have at a young age. You are relatively unique in the sense that you are quite lucky that you were encouraged in such a strong way at such a young age. How vital is it to actually avoid the misspent youth, so to speak, and the training that we have by society to forget what it is that we're doing?
It's massively important. I was extremely lucky. I mean, if you think it was back in the early 80s where my grandmother really took me under her wing, and I think it certainly helped that she was a medium and also her mother was, and it came down through the family. But, you know, this is the important thing. I mean, I even encourage my children as well. You know, it's like when children are saying, I've got an imaginary friend, truthfully, the majority of the time, it's not an imaginary friend, it's in spirit. You know? And it's like, you've got to embrace this. You've got to give this warmth. You've got to give this energy, because there's more to the world than what we just see. And to be honest with you, something I've really noticed probably over the years, society has certainly massively changed their opinion or changing their views. And there's more acceptance with it now. You know? I mean, it was like probably back when I was a child, there was no such thing as having like a children's crystal course. It was all kept behind closed doors. It was all taboo. If you had a medium come round to the house for someone having a party, it was all like hush hush, cloak and dagger kind of thing. Now people are like, yeah, we got someone coming round. Do you want to join? You know, and I think that's brilliant, because it's about sharing that love and it's sharing that energy. And sadly, in the world today, there is children are really starting to sadly experience stress and anxiety and difficulties from quite a young age. In all fairness, the pressures of society is really kind of filtered down. I mean, I can remember being a child at like 8 or 9 and probably not really having that much of a care in the world. Now I've got a 9-year-old daughter, and I can see the stress or the expectations that are being put on, and it's like, whoa, hang on a minute, can't let them be kids. You know what I mean? So actually teaching them with crystals and working about mindfulness and helping with that meditation, bringing that calm and that peace inside them, it really does work and it really does help. But one of the nice things is children are like literally full of love and energy, and they can quite freely give that to each other as well. They'll encourage each other, and that was one of the things I really saw. There's no prejudice, there's no judgment, but it's one of those where as long as, and you've got to do it in a respectful way, but also you can't dumb it down, because children will pick up on that.
They're little sponges. They'll see everything, hear everything.
But if you try and be false with them, or if you try to hide something, they will see straight through that.
Absolutely.
They really, really are. But I think it's brilliant, and I think it certainly has a place. And like, you know, it's been proven over many, many, even years, centuries, decades, meditation. How helpful is that? You know, and it's not always about sitting there cross-legged going on. That's something I always say to my people in my circle. Sometimes I'll go, I hate washing up. Now, bearing in mind, I probably do 90% of the washing up in my household, and I hate it. So I go off into my own little daydream world. And that for me is a form of meditation. It's getting into that little daydream world, being in that different world.
Absolutely.
And bring it in when you're doing things like that. Ideally, don't do it when you're driving, because you really kind of want to pay attention to the road. But one of the things, I mean, even a couple of the kids actually, because I actually did a meditation for them on this crystal course, and they all came out of it, and you could just sort of see that energy really, really like chill. It was like they were I mean, don't get wrong, I had loads of sweets. I think I did a sugar rush for them.
And then you give them back to their parents, all full of sugar.
Give them back to the parents, and he's like, there you go, have a sugar-filled child.
Fantastic.
But at the beginning, it was like you get the nerves, you get the tension. So I got everyone into a meditation before we started, and you could just sort of see that stress and energy just chill away.
And so good for, it's like you're saying with the stress of children, it's so good for their mental health and to help.
Brief pause there.
All parts.
Oh, hello, here we go. Right. I think you're catching up now. There was a brief disruption in your transmission. Didn't hear a word of it. You froze.
Oh,
But
okay. No,
Oh,
I was just saying that that meditation for children filters down into all parts of their life to help them with their mental health, to help them to focus. So it won't just be for spirit work, that it'll help them in their school life and
yeah,
relationships, all sorts of things. Meditation is wonderful for all parts of their life.
very much
absolutely.
so, very much so. And if there's like a child that's going to a new school, that can be quite anxious. That
Oh
can be quite
yeah.
unnerving. There's a lot of stress. And I was sort of explaining about, like, I mean, I did like 7 basic crystals. Understandably, one of them was amethyst. And and I was sort of explaining how the crystals vibrate with our energy, that helps bring that calm, that peace, that protection, and helps us with our energy in that way. So no, it's definitely got an important part. And I was extremely, extremely lucky to have a grandmother that saw it in me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Didn't
like Nick said, that's quite unique.
very much so,
Yeah,
and certainly didn't suppress it. If anything, she encouraged it.
that's wonderful.
To some, and don't get me wrong, to some of my family's disapproval, including my mother. Now, bearing in mind it was her mum that was teaching me.
Yeah.
And my mother was really quite disapproving of it. But my grandmother was quite a strong little character.
Good for her. So
Yeah.
it's her we have to thank for having you on the show today. And hopefully, possibly, if he's drawn, he may even do some readings for you.
Yeah.
I would love to. I would love to.
Wonderful.
Glenda McGregor says, love it, Minty. We don't have the same teacher the whole way throughout school. Very valid point, actually. We have so many different teachers in life and can always learn something new from each other.
Exactly.
Kim Bernos, is there a special meditation for children?
I always love bringing nature into it. So
what you were saying about what your grandma did for you, that is really special, and I've done that with my children, and that really, really works. It gets them on a very early, simple level, just to tune out the rest of the world and focus on hearing the breeze, hearing a bird song, hearing that leaf crackle and fall. These simple things are then continue into their adult life, leading them into meditation, leading them to be able to hear the spirit world and push out the rest of the world. Really great.
And I still use it now. I still use it myself for today as well. When I'm sat down by my river in the local town that I'm in, I will still do it. I love it. But yeah, I think it's just if you can involve nature and you can just and making sure that they learn to ground properly as well. Grounding is important as well. But and that's not just for children; it's for adults. But no, I think in all fairness, I mean, I do a guided meditation, but I'll play music at the same time, and it's whichever you're drawn to, you know.
Definitely.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Magic. I love it. I love it.
Absolutely. And I think for me personally, it's an element of keep it simple, but as you said, they know when we are blowing smoke and when we are treating them stupid. So I think so long as you moderate the language and the symbology that you use in your guided meditation, the sky's really the limit, because they understand so much more. It is that innocent truth, isn't it? That innocent truth.
Absolutely.
And the brutal honesty as well. Which is just, I love, with children, you will always know where you stand.
Yes, you will. And
especially when
the brilliant thing about children is we get it knocked out of us because we're adults, but children spend the majority of their life entranced. We use the term trance, but they are constantly entranced. They're in it, they're imaginative play, and you can't get past them, can you? Sometimes, so they are the perfect vessel for, especially if you're starting off really young like this. Brilliant, bring it on.
Absolutely. I did train to be a teacher at one point.
Oh wow.
They always told us, if there's a thunderstorm, don't bother with your lesson plan. Just let them enjoy themselves, because when the weather changes and the high pressure comes out and the low pressure bash, the chemicals of their brain just go completely potty and they go nuts. So I actually had that once when I was training. and I took them on a guided meditation.
Oh,
And they loved it. You know, they were awesome at it.
that is so cool.
So watch out for thunderstorms, but other than that, the sky's the limit, I think, really, as Minty said, you know.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. So we've got so much today.
I know. For instance, telling everybody that we have a competition.
We certainly do.
And that competition, of course, is last week we had Caroline in with her Dragon Path Oracle cards.
Yes.
Richard has acquired a pack.
He certainly has. They are the Dragon Oracle, the Dragon Path Oracle
Dragon Path
cards.
Oracle cards.
Mustn't forget the word path. Dragon Path Oracle cards. If you leave us a review, you'll be entered and you could possibly win those tarot cards.
Yeah. So leave a review on the Facebook page. Tell us what you think, and you'll be entered into a raffle, and one lucky person will be plucked out of the hat to win the wonderful Dragon Path Tarot Oracle cards. Good luck.
We are just listening to Richard at the moment. Hold on 2 seconds, guys.
Incoming transmission from the big giant head. Bear with us. Wow.
Oh, May.
So, absolutely. So, we have neglected to say something today.
Yes.
Share, like, and subscribe. Please share this. And you don't have to share it once. If you're members of groups, share it several.
Share around.
So please get sharing so that we can spread the word of spirit and get the message out there.
Everything we do on here is for free. And the more we can get the word out there, the better. So please support us by sharing. Please share our show. And leave us the review so you can get entered into the competition. Like and subscribe and become a VIP, please.
Absolutely. And so to make it a little bit interesting and a little bit of a mini competition here, when we get a minimum of 25 shares for this show,
I like it,
we will start giving out the readings. So get sharing, and the time that we start giving the readings now, it's over to you. As soon as we hit 25 shares, we'll start giving out some readings for people watching. So there you go. Get sharing, get liking, get subscribing, spread the word of spirit out into the world, and never give an inch.
If you become a VIP, we do our special evening, don't we, Nick?
Yeah, Friday night's the workshop. You can join that if you're a VIP as well. And it's only 37p a week.
37p. What are you going to buy with that?
Nothing. You can't buy anything for 37p anymore. Even 2-penny sweets are now about 50. You know, so you know, get yourself a VIP subscription. Come and join the workshop. Share all of the shows. Spread the word. Come and get yourself messages. Listen to wonderful stories and wonderful life stories from people like Minty. We've got Bib Charles coming up later as well.
With her crystals. Bib Charles with crystals.
So, you know, get the message out there. And so I think having announced the competition and set the target at 25 shares before we start reading.
Come on, folks, get a move on.
Shall we go to see what the lovely Kate May has got to say for us today?
I think that's a rather fabulous idea.
Fabulous. So for the first time today, I get to say it.
Go on.
Richard, roll VT.
Good morning. My name is Kate May, Modern Day Mystic, and here is your week ahead tarot readings for each star sign. I'm using my own deck, the Astro Tarot. They will be available soon. So let's have a look at the week ahead vibes for Aries. 3 of Pentacles. Any projects, any work commitments this week, Aries, you're going to find they are more successful with a team. Look out for some collaborations coming in. New projects could come underway and they will work better if you have a team around you. Good friendships coming for you this week, Aries. Taurus. Money, honey. The Ace of Pentacles, there's going to be some new financial gain, new financial offers, perhaps news connected to a home or material connections for you. But money is in the air, which you will like, Tauruses, who doesn't? And this card also indicates that it may come out of the blue, so unexpected sources of income. Geminis. Oh, Gemini, Seven of Swords. You've got to be watching your back now. There could be someone sneaky around you. Maybe it's you having to be one step ahead of the game. Look out though, watch your back just in case someone has or is trying to get the better of you. All will be revealed. Cancer, happy ever after. This is a beautiful card, Cancers. This indicates you're going to be feeling emotionally satisfied. There could be wedding news, there could be family news, it could be happy home news. You're going to be feeling emotionally satisfied, contented, and win-win. Lovely. Libra. No, we're not. Leo. There's a Magician. You've got all the tools to do the job, Leo. You can manifest some magic this week. Your superpower is in reach. Dare to dream. As above, so below. You can create whatever you want this week, Leo. Virgo, Nine of Swords. So you could be worrying about things, Virgo. You could have some anxiety or some stresses. However, this card says that you need not to worry. Stresses, worry, anxieties will not make any difference, or you could be worrying about something that isn't even worth the worry. Be careful about your dreams. They could be telling you things here at the moment, Virgo. Try and get some rest, and although it's easier said than done, try and put those stresses and anxieties to one side, because this card really does say that it's not as bad as what you think it's going to be. Libra, Six of Wands. You're reaching your milestones, Libra. Victory and success. You're making headway. Goals are in reach, and you're going to be able to win or pass things this week, Libra. Good news is on the horizon that you're going to be able to share with everyone around you. Sagittarius, Scorpio, shocks and change is coming in for you, Scorpio. Now things may get a little bit rocky for you this week. However, the universe is saying something isn't right, so we need to shake things up, and then you can start to rebuild things on a much firmer foundation. But be aware of big changes and sudden influences this week, Scorpios. Sagittarius, the Four of Swords. Rest and recuperate. You need to rest, recuperate your mind and your body and your soul, because your next chapter is going to be super busy. This is a healing time, Saggies. So put your feet up, rest up. All those ideas and goals that you want to go getting for the minute, just pause. They will come back again soon. Capricorns, the strength. You're going to need a lot of strength this week, Capricorn. You might have to bite your tongue a little bit. There could be a situation that needs to be handled with care and sensitivity, but you have the strength, Capricorns, to be able to get through anything. Pisces, no, Aquarius, the Ace of Swords. A new direction, a new way of thinking, and a new thought. Perhaps new contracts coming in for you, Aquarians, this week. You're ready for a new vibe. You're ready for a new way of doing things and a new direction. Where your mind might have been a little bit muddled lately, this brings clarity this week, Aquarius. And last but not least, Pisces. We have the Queen of Wands. Pisces, you're going to be taking charge a little bit more this week. You're going to be leadership this week. And you may find that you are working really well with perhaps a fire sign lady, strong influence, who's enthusiastic, who's passionate about things there. You're very good at getting in touch with your darker side, your shadow side this week, Pisces, so you can own it. Keep an eye on your intuition. Something is telling you some perhaps secrets there. And there you have it. If you want to find out more about me, you can check out my website, www.katemay.co.uk. But have a fabulous week. Until next time.
We are back. Thank you to the lovely Kate May. Oh, isn't she wonderful?
Always awesome. Always awesome. She's so knowledgeable. Like, you can ask her anything off the top of her head. She hasn't got to think about it. She knows it.
Absolutely. In actual fact, during our brief period of respite and chatting, we were talking about something that happened last year, and talking about the potentials of what might happen in the coming year, because the holistic fair is coming back.
Yes.
So
really
we've been plotting and planning what we're going to be doing, and of course I recall that we had a lovely chat with Kate May over a quick
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
and she was so full of information. It was amazing. And of course, it's coming back.
Yes. Same time, same place.
Same place.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. It's going to be fantastic. And that we're going to be doing this one, excuse my funny voice, for a special charity, aren't we, Nick?
We certainly are. So, children with brain tumours, the funds will be raised for that. And there is just so much going on.
You've
Um,
got 11:30 to 11:30 till 9 o'clock.
Yes, 11:30 until 9 o'clock, and there's going to be a live version of a wonderful, wonderful man, lovely Bill's
Really?
consciousness. That's going
Yes.
to be there, and of course, if you want to see Richard in the flesh, come, because he will be there.
Yeah, you'll get to know what the voice, what's actually making that sound.
Absolutely, that worked out really, really well.
I was kind of thinking of that show, the voice behind the mask, all that sort of
Yes,
thing. And
absolutely.
I was thinking of it, but it didn't quite come out of my mouth the way it was in my brain.
Absolutely, we all do. And in actual fact, I've been encouraging Richard to turn up in fancy dress,
Yes, you
which
have.
would be quite good fun too. But there we go. That is the wonderful thing about SPtv, really. It's not just the masses of free online stuff that this channel
We'll just
provides.
point out the word free.
Free. No, I can't get it any more from the gut of my stomach when I
No.
say it. The amount of free stuff that
Yes.
goes on with SPtv.
Yeah.
There is, of course, the VIPs, which helps keep the channel going.
Absolutely.
You
Without
know,
you, we keep going.
absolutely. And so, therefore, share, like, subscribe. There is an advert already out for the Holistic Fair, because Richard shared it earlier on. So get that shared, get it shared.
Absolutely.
And if you are in the local vicinity, share it to your local community groups as well.
Exactly.
Share
Not
it
just to the
not
trouble is we share just within our community of spiritualists. Share it to the wider community, because people will go, oh, that's interesting, I'll pop down. Not just spiritualists.
Absolutely. And of course, our competitions that we run as well. Richard's, stuck his hand in his pocket and bought one of the lovely packs of Dragon Path Oracle cards that we saw on the show last week. That's going to be given away just for leaving a review.
Yeah. That all Richard money. He pays for these things out of his own pocket, just to help us keep our show exciting and interesting, and it all helps. So keep on supporting our channel, please.
Absolutely. And of course, we are rejoined by the lovely Minty May, who is sitting there so nervously waiting to see what else is going to come out of our gob. But we have, of course, been running a competition today of sorts.
Yes, we have.
How many shares are we at now, Mr. Producer?
22.
2.
We're getting a lot closer.
3 more shares and we'll start giving out readings. In actual fact, Minty has, of course, said that he will too.
Yes.
Another thing that SPtv does, the awards.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'll be honest with you, it was around about the time of the awards last year that I started becoming involved with SPtv. I came in and did a Saturday night and then was dragged into the producer's office and had a chat with. And then, of course, I came in and joined my lovely Dawn on Brighten Your Day.
You brightened my day, Nick.
Oh, bless you. You brighten my day too. Look at all the love that's being shared on this channel today. It's wonderful.
I know. If only you could hear Richard's.
I know. Anyone who's in the area of Richard, please send him some Alka-Seltzer. Just to get over the nausea of our lovey-doveyness. But no, in all seriousness, the awards is another great facility. And the reason I mention it, I have never heard of any form of awards ceremony for spiritual people, spirituality, especially one that is arranged by a particular group that is for everyone.
Exactly. Not just people from SPtv. Don't just not nominating them only. It's from people. It can be your janitor at your
Yes.
church.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. In actual fact, why not? And this is the thing.
Whatever.
I know people say, oh, you know, we don't do it for reward or award, and, you know, oh, we have to be careful of ego. Yes, we have to be careful of ego, but we also have to be careful that if we bang on about ego so much, nobody's going to push the boundaries of spirit. Nobody's going to fight the corner of spirit, and everyone's going to be afraid to do something new and different. The recognition awards are exactly what it says on the tin. Recognition. Let people know that you appreciate the work they do. I've already seen exactly. I've already seen a nomination for a magazine show, a spiritual show that is not part of SPtv. He's a great guy, and I love him. He's a dear, close, personal friend as well. I didn't nominate him. One of you lovely people nominated him.
We
And
can't
that's
nominate.
we
Which is a
can't
shame.
because somebody's nominated it. Brighten your day, of course. So we're not allowed to nominate, but everyone at home, you can get the message of spirit out by telling these people thank you, by giving them a moment of some sparkly lights and a chat with Richard. You know, everybody deserves a chat with Richard. You know, so they do.
Oh, Richard, you know I love you.
It's such an exciting evening, and when I saw it, I was just gobsmacked. So, you know, do go on to the SPtv website and nominate your church, nominate that medium that got you into mediumship all those years ago, if they are still on the earth plane.
You were a skeptic. Perhaps you were a skeptic to begin with, and they just did something that made you go, do you know what?
Absolutely.
You know, nominate those people.
Nominate. And it's mbs.spiritualpsychics.tv. Is that correct? Did I get? Right. Wow, I got something right.
Oh, well done, sweetie. Well done. I will just quickly, before we go into Minty, sorry, Minty, God bless you. We have blah 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 blah. I have got it here. Yes, the Sunday sofa.
Yes, absolutely.
Sunday sofa. We are looking for 2 new female hosts. Absolutely. And we're not being sexist when we say female, although it was recently International Women's Day. It's a show that is kind of more geared towards that female energy, you know, not women, that female energy. So if we have 2 more female guests, that's what we need. So please apply for that.
Yeah, get in touch with Richard and join in. It is a massive adventure, and it, you know, and I'm not going to blow smoke. I'm going to be absolutely honest and genuine here. I've done a lot of lives over the years, but I learned so much working with SPtv, and especially having Richard in your ear. He is a wealth of knowledge, and I know we take the mick sometimes, but we love him dearly, and he's just so full of ideas, so full of. And it is an experience all of its own being a presenter. So if you are female, mediumistic, spiritual, and want to be one of the presenters on the new Sunday Sofa, get in touch with Richard. It is so worth it. I love my Mondays. I really do.
It's awesome.
So keep sharing. Excellent.
Right.
So we have got Bib Charles coming up. We have got our adverts, after which we will be having someone on for a reading. And lots still to do. We've hit our target, my lovelies. You've blasted it. Keep going, though. Keep going. Yeah. So,
well done.
Let's see if we can get some messages out from the world of spirit. Who is in the list, dear Mr. Producer?
Oh, yes.
Regan, the live VIP, coming on for a reading in a little bit as well.
That's Regan.
That's cool.
Who do you feel drawn to, Minty?
I will mention who I'm drawn to, but I will also now, as a medium, you think, or a reader, a tarot card reader, you think I'll be able to shuffle, but I've just literally dropped all my cards on the floor, which is a great start.
You must be a medium and a croupier.
Tina, Christine, Lacey, we love you. Bless
I
your
couldn't
heart.
message or miss that.
This is got to be the best spiritual program ever.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's so sweet. Bless your heart.
That has given me all the feels. All the feels.
Let's go with Donna Eden. I would love to go with Donna.
Yes.
I'm being drawn straight away. Now, I am a medium as well, and I normally get people's loved ones come forward or work with my spirit guides on an intuitive level.
Excuse me.
Now, Donna, the first thing I've got coming through is I've got a gentleman that's coming through who's quite smartly dressed. Now, I'll be honest, I do feel like it's dad or it's grandfather, but it's definitely that side of the family. If you can give me any confirmation on this, that'd be fantastic. Because it just, if you give the confirmation, it helps me knowing that I'm getting the right message across. And he's just wanting to come in, and he's very, very smartly dressed. Now, I'm not saying he's in a suit, but he's taking care of his appearance. He's also laughing about my beard, saying I wouldn't have a beard like that. I feel like he'd be quite clean shaven. But he's just wanting to come through and give you some strength. I do feel like there's been quite a lot going on around you recently as well. It's like I'm overthinking, over worrying, or it's like I just feel, again, slow down. He's talking at 100 miles an hour, by the way. It's like he couldn't get his words out quick enough. I also wouldn't send him to the newspaper shop to go and get a paper because he'd be gone about an hour and the shop might only be 10 minutes away because he's chatting to everyone on the way down and on the way back as well. So I feel like you're actually having a bit of a sort out or a clear out. There's some grandfather.
Let's go grandfather.
But there's this huge war for this huge amount of love that's coming through. I feel like you're doing either a lot of decorating or having a clear out at the moment because he's saying that you don't like mess, you don't like clutter, and I'm just having this kind of sort out, but it's not happening quick enough for your liking. And he's saying it's one of those that just take your time with it. It will get done eventually. But he's just he was very much a man of patience. He would never rush to do anything. And he's just saying, just slow down, just step it back a bit. And he's laughing, saying you could just concentrate on one room at a time rather than trying to do all the rooms at once. He's very much showing himself outside in his garden. I feel like he used to like growing his own veg as well. And he's just shown me a huge tomatoes, if I'm perfectly honest with you. It's like he's really proud of his veg. But he's just wanting to share that love and that support and just let you know that he is very much around you and he's very much watching over you. So I hope that helps. He is also saying that you could do with a break or a bit of like a long weekend away. I don't know if you've got anything planned by the end of April, but it's like I want to get out in the countryside. It's where you do your thinking. It's where you do your switching off as well. He's also talking about a new potential hobby. Where
he was talking about that yesterday. Right.
I truly appreciate it. He's also saying you're looking at wanting to do a new hobby. You're wanting something new for you to do. And I feel like you are quite creative, quite arty. And he keeps showing me wanting to maybe start watercolors or painting. And it's just something that allows me to switch off. It allows me to go off into my own world. He says you do connect with spirit. And the hardest thing, and this is something I always say, the hardest thing in the world is to trust what you're being given. And you've really got to trust what you're being given. And trust me, even now, I still second guess myself sometimes. And it's like, oh, shall I, shall I? Go with it. And he's proud of you and he wants to help you with your healing side. So I hope that helps, Donna, and thank you for joining us.
Beautiful.
Fabulous.
Who have we got next, please, Richard?
He's on a roll. Come on.
That's a lovely name, Minty, as well.
It is.
I love that.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see who we got. Millie, I would like to come to you, please, Millie B. Now, I feel like you're looking for a new career, or you've got interviews coming up, and they're just saying again, just breathe. It's like I'm looking for that new start, and it is something. Slow down. Say that again. there's 2 or 3 interviews coming up, I feel, and it's a definite change of career, but it's about following your heart now, and it's about doing what's right for you. And I want to say they just want you to remember to maybe have a little meditation before you go in, because sometimes nerves can get too much, and then it's like I get a little bit tongue-tied, or I forget what I want to say, if that makes any sense at all. But they're saying this is a great new start and a great new opportunity for you. And again, I feel like with the work that you're looking at going down, it's going to be something creative, but it's helping other people as well. You are very much a counsellor for other people. And it's like they just want you to remember to also, you are allowed to say no to people. You are allowed to have that time off to look after you. But if you don't look after you, then you can't help others. So I hope this is all making sense.
It says thank you, Minty. Wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Colour has always been massively important in your life. I mean, I'm loving the colour of your hair, by the way. I think it's a brilliant colour and it's really vibrant. And I wouldn't be surprised if you at one point have like rainbow hair, is what they're showing me. It's like I wanted to literally, every few strands have a different colour. It's like, I just love sharing that energy and that positivity around as well. I do feel like you're also looking at moving. Home doesn't feel quite like home, and it's like I'm just trying to decide where it is I want to move to. I want to start somewhere new, if that makes any sense. And they're showing me that there's a new place coming up around the end of April, around the end of May, beginning of June. Sorry, I'm getting my words all mixed up there. And they're just saying, spend your time looking for the right place, though. It's like I don't need to rush. But where I'm moving to, I want to put some roots down and be there for at least 5 years. So it's like I'm looking for that extra space, and I'm looking for a bit more of a garden as well, because you love being outdoors, you love being out in nature, and it's where you meditate the most as well. They're also showing me about going on a shamanic journey. I feel drum work is really important for you. So I want to say try and find a drumming circle or something along those lines, because it's like, I feel music really is important for you, and it's how you can switch off. You always help others more than myself. I need to look after yourself. I want to say as well that I feel like you've got a young daughter. Thank you. Yes, I love vibrant colours. That's awesome. I also feel like you've got a young daughter who's quite spiritual, and they've literally said to me, she keeps saying she sees fairies, and it's like I'm acknowledging this, and I think it's great energy to have, and I feel like she really does connect with animals. I feel like if you're coming home from school or something, she's trying to bring home all the cats down the street. It's like she's a little animal whisperer in a lot of ways. So it's like acknowledge that as well. She's definitely got that spiritual energy going on, and she really lights the room up as well. I am going to pull you a quick card because I've been shuffling away like crazy here without dropping them this time. And we've got the Hermit, which I absolutely love. And these are called the Lightseers Tarot. I picked these up about 2-3 weeks ago, and I absolutely love them. And you're enjoying your own company, you're enjoying your own time. And it is just remembering to have that switch off, and it will just help with relaxation. So, Millie, I hope that helps.
Wonderful.
I love the electric guitar.
Brilliant.
Loves the electric guitar.
Fabulous.
It's those frequencies.
That was a little message for us all, really, wasn't it? That we could all do with a little bit of time out for ourselves, and that if we can't look after ourselves, we can't look after anybody else.
Absolutely.
This is true. And that's cool. And this is where I always say mediums never get it 100% right. Anyone that tries to tell you I can do 100% true readings, first of all, they're lying. They can't. Yep. I always say we're not God, we're not superhuman, and Christ, I'm a bloke.
Fair point.
And I love having humor in what I do.
Oh,
but I think that's brilliant, though, that you connected with animals since you were a kid. So maybe I was seeing you as a child, and actually you're the one that was seeing fairies as a child, and you love that fantasy realm, you love that spiritual realm, and you've always been connected. So that's important. But I still ain't going to rule out a daughter in the future that will also have that same connection for you as well. But yeah, I do like adding the humour. Would you like me to do one more? Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Another reading, shall we, Minty?
Cool. Who are we going to go for? Who we got?
Who are you drawn to?
Let's go with Carrie and Marshall, I think it was.
Ariane, are you there? Just let us know that you are still here. Carrie
I
Ann.
Please may I have a turn? What a Carrie spell.
That was so politely put as well.
That's very
Please may I
cute.
have a turn?
Please
Oh,
may
it's
I
great.
have a turn.
Well, it worked. It
It
worked.
did work. It did work.
It does.
Are you still there? Are you with us, Carrie Ann?
I think she is.
Excellent. She is.
I feel like that's a
So
song.
first and foremost, Carrie, I'm actually getting that I just need some time out, and you love writing lists, and it helps gives you direction, and that's what I'm feeling at the moment. I do feel like I'm a little bit lost, I'm a little bit overwhelmed, and I just kind of need to shut the door to the world for a day or two to be in my own thoughts, to think about what it is that I'm wanting at the moment. I've got a lady that's coming through with a huge amount of love. Now it's like a very strong lady. I feel like it's grandmother off mum's side of the family, because in one breath she's giving you a bag of, she's telling you off and then giving you a bag of sweets at the same time. She's got that kind of character. There's a cheekiness with her, and she's just wanting you to remember that you're stronger than you realise as well, if that makes any sense at all. And she's just saying whatever's going on at the moment, it is going to pass, and answers are going to be given by the end of April, but you already kind of know where you stand. It's just having that confidence to move forward. I feel like I feel like I'm just walking away from toxicity, I'm walking away from chaos, I'm walking away from drama, but I'm just being gentle with my own energy and myself. Truth and honesty is everything, and integrity as well. And I do feel like there are good friends around you that want to help as well. And she's just saying, let them in, let them help. You don't have to do everything on your own. You're one of these people that doesn't like asking for help, and you'll leave it right till the last minute, and even then you've got a plan. But she's saying, just let them in. People do care, people do want to help. And she's also giving you a huge amount of healing as well. Grandma, thank you for the confirmation. She's very black and white. If you ask her for an honest opinion, or ask her for an opinion, she'd give you an honest answer, but she wouldn't sugarcoat it. Now, that's not to say it's not delivered with empathy. It is. She'll just tell you what you need to hear. That's the important thing on that one. I am going to pull you a card, though. And the card we've got, it is the Ace of Swords. Now, I'm trying to stay away from negativity. Thank you for the confirmation. People always seem to worry when swords come out, but actually for me, this is very much about listening to my intuition, trusting my own gut, trusting my instincts. You're not wrong. And when we actually truly listen to ourselves, our inner self, our higher self, our spiritual self will not allow us to be wrong. And it's just about following our heart. That's the most important thing. Remember to have time for you. That is the most important thing. Having time for you and saying no as well is extremely powerful and extremely strong. And this is where you're stepping into your new strength. This is where you're stepping into your new you. Now, that's not to say that it can be a bit scary. Going into something new, there's always nerves, there's always a bit of scariness, but it's the right move, it's the right thing to do. So I hope that helps, and thank you for joining us, Carrie.
That's wonderful message.
Brilliant,
and you got your
brilliant.
turn. Woo!
Yeah. Sounds just like her. Thank you so much, Carrie.
Oh.
Says wonderful, brilliant.
Thank you.
So exciting.
And with that, shall we go over to Bib Charles?
Yes, it's Bib Charles' first soiree into the regular slot of crystals. So, drum roll, please. Go on, say it, Dawn. Say it.
Roll VT.
Oh.
Hello everybody, my name is Bib Charles and I am from the Crystal Empress. I'm here to tell you about the crystal of the week. So this week we have the beautiful, blinding lightning bolt, I like to call it, selenite. So the properties of selenite are really amazing. Firstly, they charge other crystals and they are self-charging. and they amplify the properties of other crystals, their healing powers. It's known as a high vibrational crystal, which means that it's one of the most intense crystals to work with regarding pretty much the majority of things. So energetic work, but also physical work. So what I love about selenite is that firstly, it absorbs negative energy. Okay, so there's many different types of negative energy. There's negative energy that is around us, but there's also negative energy that we have built and formed ourselves and locked and trapped within our own energy field. But there's also energy negatively that we have taken upon ourselves to attract to ourselves from other people or pick up from other people. So what selenite does is it actually works with your higher self, but connecting straight to source. So source is the white light and the higher realms of angelic and interdimensional beings and the sort of unknown of what we may or may not know about. So what it does is it literally comes from the crown chakra, from high source, splitting the body and the energy field and being able to shine its high vibration all the way through down your body and cleansing your chakra fields and your energy within your body, therefore releasing the energy that we have stored inside of us. It is a highly meditative tool that people use to meditate, to get into a peaceful mindset and to be more mindful. What I also love, and this is my go-to crystal, is that it is the go-to crystal for anything physical. So this could be anyone from who's just got headache or a little ache and pain, all the way up to some serious health problems. Research shows that people who carry selenite around with them are 90% better in their physical recoveries with their ailments and their health issues. And I can actually vouch for this because this was the very first crystal that I stumbled across after having a very serious accident where I couldn't walk for 16 months, where I was in pain. So I started using this selenite to actually draw out the energy and the pain. And I just thought, you know what, I'm not going to lose anything if I do this, so I'll give it a go. So what I did was I started to sleep with the selenite in certain pressure points. And then I found out that when I woke up in the morning, one, I was having better sleep and rest, and two, my pain had drastically reduced by about 70%. And that was saying something, because what I actually had was I couldn't walk and I broke 13 bones in my leg, and I had my whole cartilage and ligaments in my foot and ankle damaged. So a very serious accident. But I've built myself back up again by using this selenite. So I can 100% vouch for this crystal. It is absolutely amazing with its absorption of blockages, okay, and pain. And it works very much with the crown chakra coming through and cleansing it. Also, it's amazing when the light shines on it and it brings down the radiant from the light as well. It is one of the crystals that should not be washed though, so that's why we say it self-charges, but it does actually charge other crystals, therefore amplifying their properties. So if I just show you now, before I pop off, a couple of other items, because this is the most well-known form that it's seen in is this obelisk tower, it's called, but they do come in all different shapes and sizes. So we've got the big one, big piece here. And then we then got a cute little piece here. We've then got the carved and polished. So like what I said with the meditation, is all crystals have different meanings, but they are all carved into, you will find that crystals are carved into tools, and they are normally for different types of meditation or different uses. So we also have the charging points where you can even put your crystals on to the little plates and that helps to charge them, and they are all chakra based with chakra signs on them. We've also got the pendulum, where you can have a little play with your pendulum. Yes, no, yes, no. Got little tools like wands, which you meditate with, and you just hold them. And I would highly suggest that anyone, if you're going to get something, would just get a little piece here. So they do flake off. Obviously, this is why they shouldn't be washed, but the circular one is the perfect one to take into hospitals with you, to take into care homes, to take into if you're visiting or you work in care homes, but to just hold on you at all times. And all of the people who I have sold these to, and many more, and research that I have found, is that when they say that they have carried their selenite around with them, they actually do feel it vibrating and the energy coming out. They feel that their ailments are better. Also, obviously, got the other tools here in selenite. Ooh. So lots of beautiful things here. So that is the crystal of the week, and you can catch me on the Crystal Empress on Facebook, so at the Crystal Empress, or at crystalclearworkshops.gmail.com. And thank you for joining in on my crystal for the week. Lots of love. Bye.
And we're back.
Hey, Bib, thank you so much. And that lovely white one that I think is so delightful. I've got a
Thank you,
lamp like
awesome.
that, so thank you for the explanation. It's brilliant. God bless you, my love. And we are still joined, of course, by the wonderful Minty
Minty May.
Where can people find you, my dear?
So they can find me on Facebook at Minty's Tarot and Mediumship. But I'm also based in Evesham in Worcestershire as well. And I do readings for people either in person, or I can do them online as a video call. So there's no distance. I can offer either way on that one.
And somebody did ask earlier on, actually, you've just prompted a reminder there. Your circles, are they online or in person or both? Or
I'm looking at doing an online circle again. I did do an online circle during lockdown that went really well. I've had to restructure and reorganize my time. But I am looking at doing an online circle as well. And I also, some of my courses that I run, I actually teach tarot. And I've got two courses on the go at the moment in person, but I have been asked if I would do it online as well, which I am looking to bring in that online as well.
Brilliant. And was it your nan that taught you tarot as well?
Yeah, my gran taught me tarot. She taught me how to do psychometry. I've got a funny story about tea leaves, if you would like to hear that.
Did she teach you flower reading as well?
Which one?
Did she teach you flower reading?
No, she hasn't. No, she didn't show me that one.
I'm surprised with your sort of that connection with nature.
Yeah.
It would be something else that you'd want to do as well. But please, tell us the story.
She tried to teach me tea leaves. Have we got time for a quick funny story?
Please.
So I was about 10 or 11. Now, bearing in mind, my gran could read tea leaves, her mum, and so forth. So this is like a family thing that's coming through. Now, if I mention now that I don't even like tea, that might be a bit of a clue going on here.
Okay.
So this one day, she was like, right, I'm going to teach you how to read tea leaves. And I'm like, Gran, but I don't like tea. And she's like, I don't mind. She said, I don't care. We're going to learn it. And I was like, okay. So she's made this tea. I've had to drink this tea. Straight away, this is putting me right off. I don't even like it now. She got me to turn the cup over. She gets me to turn the cup around 3 times. Then she's like, right, what do you see? And I looked into the cup. I looked at her deadpan in the face and went, tea. Now, I've never, and my gran was like, don't be stupid. What do you see? And I went, Gran, seriously, all I see is splodges of tea. I said, what am I supposed to be seeing here? She's grabbed the cup out of my hand. Now, my gran was never one for getting angry, apart from this time. And she's like, can you not see this? Can you not see that? And I'm like, Gran, it's a splodge. I'm like, what am I supposed to be seeing? And she literally, after about 5 minutes, just turned around and went, wow, call yourself one of the family. She said, I read tea leaves. your great grandmother read tea leaves. Her
You have
mum
to read tea leaves.
What do you mean you can't read tea leaves? I went, Gran, I can't read tea leaves. Now, bearing in mind, she passed away 11 years ago. All the way up until even a couple of days before she passed away, every now and again she'd be like, how are you getting on with tea leaves? I'm like, Gran, I drink coffee. I don't do tea leaves. And even the 2 days before
Coffee
she
grounds.
passed, say that again, sorry?
Coffee grounds.
Coffee grounds. I could try it with that. But even 2 days before she passed, bless her heart, I was on the phone to her and I'm chatting away. And she's like, you know I'm going soon. I went, right. She said, you've got to learn tea leaves. I went, Grant, it ain't ever going to happen. Since she's passed, she's still having a go at me for not being able to read tea leaves.
Bless you. You know the advantage of if you read coffee instead of tea, you could call them instant messages.
Well, there is that. That's actually pretty good.
You've got that one in the bag.
Oh! Right, let's stop stirring and let's brew up.
Gosh, that was beautiful.
I know. So, bless you. Minty is, of course, staying with us right throughout the show.
Yes.
Brilliant stuff. Now, one of the advantages, of course, of being a VIP is that you can come online and get a reading from these lovely people beside me. And maybe if you behave yourself, you can come on and get a message in the week. You know, there's other shows that do it too. So this week, special drum roll, please. We have got Regan with us. Regan over there.
Regan Symington.
Oh, hi, darling.
there.
You?
Hello. Hello. So she's one of our VIPs and she has won a reading this morning. Okay.
Thanks, guys. How are we tonight?
Very well. Well, it's daytime for us.
I'm going to say,
Oh, yeah, you too.
you're 12 hours ahead of us, love.
Yeah.
No, only 10. Only 10.
10, only 10.
Right.
Wow.
Nick, are you drawn to anything
Yeah,
yet?
if I could, yeah.
Please.
I'm very much aware because when you can't see this, and I'm not going to tilt the camera because Richard will smack me, spiritually, of course. I'm very much aware that the way I sit and the way I move my body physically is very much a tell. And I am sitting totally uncomfortable for me, but this would have been a comfortable way for this gentleman to sit. I've got my leg and my foot up on something that's higher than the ground. And so I'm kind of like sitting with my knee up against my chest, and I feel very comfortable in that position, which I wouldn't normally. This gentleman, I do feel a fatherly grandfather link. I know there is a picture of this gentleman sitting in this position somewhere in nature, in grass and field or sand and rock, just sitting with his knee up. I don't know whether you know about the picture, but this would have been a position that he was a very casual, informal, relaxed soul. And he's just sitting with his leg up on my box here. And I feel like I'd have my arm resting on my knee, and I just want to have a chin wag with you. He was the kind of gentleman that would want to make you feel at ease, make you feel comfortable. Yes, there was an element of discipline about him, but I also feel that he was very good at bringing that ease, that relaxation, that comfort in, which is something you definitely have been in need of. Could you understand this gentleman, darling?
A little bit. If it's father figure, possibly my stepfather.
Say there's no steps or in-laws in the world of spirit.
Yeah.
Emotional connection I feel to you. In actual fact, I feel it's so purely, genuinely connected. And you know, that is all about emotion and feeling, not blood and DNA.
Yeah.
And you know, perhaps on some level he was more connected to you than some family members. In actual fact, I want to say. And it was reciprocated. It was reciprocated.
Yeah.
So he's just sitting here, you know, really enjoying the fact. I do know that there is this picture. If you don't know about it, please ask around because it is there somewhere. It does look a bit faded. In actual fact, he's having a bit of a dig about it being a bit faded and a little bit dog-eared. And it probably do with being fixed up. he was someone who knew everyone and everything, and knew someone who could do something about something all the time. Because he's just saying, when it comes to that photoshopping stuff, just ask this bloke here that I'm talking to. And he had no airs and graces when he was talking to people, because he's just referring to me as this bloke here. You know, and I know I dropped in a bit of Cockney slang, and I know that it's quite unlikely with you, but he was very traditionally normal, human, grounded, down to earth bloke who, don't get me wrong, he could soon spin it up with the best of them. And in actual fact, towards the end of his life, it became less, because I feel so much more restricted, and I am very much aware that I've got a pounding head. So I don't know whether that's him or someone around you at the moment. It's just this pounding head that I've got. So whether it would have been something to do with blood pressure or something physically in the head, I don't know. Because he wasn't the kind of person to talk about. He wasn't the kind of person that would rant and rave about his health, and he wasn't one of these, you know, oh, well, I've got this and I've got that, I've got this. There were things that you didn't know until after the fact, so to speak.
Did he hide everything? Like,
Yeah.
it's the age thing. I don't know if it is or not him. He didn't tell anyone he was sick, still working, still.
Yeah. So
that
that
is
was
him.
very much that personality. I'm not very good at judging ages. You know, I was chatting to someone who I thought was very close to my age the other day, and it turned out that I was older than his own father. So, you know, I'm not very good at. That's why I left retail, because I could never tell if people were old enough to buy stuff. So I thought, I'd, you know, get out of it. So ages for me, it's about how he felt.
Yeah.
And he
What about race?
Pardon?
Like race or
no
like...
idea, because I'm not someone who tends to focus on that either. But I do know, when it comes to him, he was the kind of person who would fit in or make himself fit in with people. But I do know that, once again, my breathing is getting very, very shallow, but I'm trying to hold it. I'm trying to not let you see it. So, you know, it's almost like I'd laugh my head off deliberately to make it look like there was a reason why I was out of breath, rather than just own up and fess up and say, look, I'm not feeling great today. Because that's not such.
Pride.
Yeah. So thank you. The reason he wants to say all this is because you're just as bad. You sit there, he's a finger wagger at the moment, because you sit there and say, oh yeah, he was just like that. Yeah, where do you think she got it from? And there is that brutal honesty of you needing to open up more. I am aware that you're interested in this way of working, because not only are you a VIP member, you're also attending the workshop on a Friday night. Queen of the plug. I know. Thank you, sir.
It was great.
But he
really... you had your energy with you then, Nick, didn't you? I felt this. Yeah, go on.
So yeah, he's really much wanting to, you know, remind you that there is more to life. There is more to life. And once again, I know Minty said this to someone else earlier. Making time for you. You know, it's sometimes you feel like that you're getting your nails into that brickwork behind you and climbing up them. He says,
the last 2 days.
Gotcha.
It's been really bad. Yeah.
So get yourself out there, get yourself in the sunshine, and just live a little, girl. And I'll say God bless you. And that was all right for you. Dawn, have you?
Thank you.
Wonderful, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Wonderful. I have a dog on the back. There should be a dog in the house.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. And also there's a dog that's passed as well. There is a dog that's passed. Yeah. And I want to talk about, I don't know if it's the same gentleman that Nick has, but I have a gentleman who has a walking stick. Is there a walking stick in the house now?
Yeah, I got it for myself when I broke my ankle.
Oh, okay, thank you.
The kids have lost it. If you could tell me where it is, that'd be great, because I haven't used it yet.
Oh, you've lost. Sorry, I've got a terrible cough. Sorry. Okay. you're terrible for putting things up on stuff and but you don't just put, so you put something behind something and pile it up,
Yep.
and it's yeah.
Actually, yeah, I've lost my daughter's driver's license that just came in the mail about a week ago, and I can't find it anywhere, and I lose everything. I lose about 15 things a day.
Yeah, yeah. And then you have a little look at something and find something that you lost about 15 years ago.
Yeah, and then I grab it, and then I lose it again, and then I look for it again, and then I lose. Yeah. Cycle of my life.
Cycle. Yeah, constant cycle. I would.
It's dropped out.
Spirit.
She'll catch up in a second, and then she'll hear us.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
You're back now, darling.
No.
You're back.
Hello. Would you understand Nan in spirit?
Yep.
Yeah, because I have a strong little woman with me now. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's starting to talk about I'm going to say, I'm allowed to say black, aren't I? She's starting to talk about a black guy.
That's my stepdad.
That's your stepdad. Okay. Thank you. This is the guy who Nick brought through.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Got you. Okay. Lovely. Also, I know we've got Portland here in England. Is there? I'm sorry if I don't know. Is there a Portland in Australia?
I'm not sure.
Oh gosh, because
there's a port something. There's Port Macquarie, but I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. Port Macquarie.
Port Macquarie. My surname is Quarry.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Right. Richard's. Right, we can't hear Richard. Can you guys? Richard has just said that there is a. Say that again, Richard. A Portland. Portland is on the southwest coast of Victoria. Right. Okay. So this could be a connection. Have you got a connection with that area? If you haven't, then he's just taking the mickey out.
It depends. I'm just like, is it like closer to the next border and stuff? I'm not very good with geometry, whatever it's called, geography or whatever it is.
Don't worry. I wouldn't have a clue. So don't worry. This may be something that comes up for you. I hate giving people things to take away, but because I can't explain that.
No, that's fine.
They're also giving me a train line going through as well now.
Well, you go. Yep, it was just here a minute ago. That was the sound.
Okay. Sorry. Well,
yep.
Great. Okay, fine. So your Nan is a feisty little lady.
Yeah. I've got two over there, but I think if it's the one I think it is, the shorter one, real.
Yeah. Short little lady. And she had a habit of raising her fist like that. You know, to sort of.
Actually, I could see Grandma doing that. If I remember, I could see her doing something like that.
A point, you know.
Yeah.
And oh gosh, did you remember she smoked?
No, none of my grandparents smoked. Well, my granny did. She tried to bum puff once. She said, "I bum puff once."
I don't know what that means.
So suck it in without inhaling. They just inhale and straight out.
Right, I have got someone breathing in and the smoke going down. It hurts my lungs.
Possibly Ken. It could be possibly my stepdad.
Right, I can feel the pain in my lungs.
Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. From that to the next, yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, okay. There was also, oh God, it's filling up everywhere. Filling up my lungs everywhere.
So I don't know. My stepfather was, when he passed, that's what he passed of. It was like he was drowning.
Yeah,
he was getting 5 litres a day drained from his lungs. He had lung cancer.
Okay, God bless his soul. God bless his soul. Know that he is not suffering in any way, shape, or form now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah. No way. I'm going to start to pull away from him now because I'm aware that we are short of time now. My arms hurt. He's telling me that his arms really, really hurt. He's giving me the top part of his arms. They're killing. Why are your arms hurting? I don't know. It's like a muscle thing, I think. Really painful. Did he work out?
Oh, not really. He did, but he didn't.
For some reason, he's giving me painful shoulders. Come
I know what that could be. Because
as long as you know.
when he was here, I carry everything on my shoulders and I get severe headaches. And he, being Islander, he massaged, and I'd always walk up to him. That was the most common conversation I'd have with him. I need a massage? And can you get the knots out? And he does all the pressure points and that. And I'd always scream and yell and carry on.
Bless him, bless him. I've got Aboriginal kind of artwork. Aboriginal artwork as well.
Yep. PNG.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. I'm gonna put him away now. Okay. He's still here, but I'm letting
as
him
much
know.
as I do, maybe more.
Letting him know. He's, as a parting gift, he's giving you bacon.
Well, at least he knows that I like food as gifts. What anything else but food. So. I just had eggs for dinner, so it could be I was missing the bacon and thinking to myself, I want bacon, but there was none.
Awesome.
And I had eggs instead, just about 5 minutes before this.
Magic. Okay, well, God bless you, and thank you so much for working.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Regan. Bless your heart. I love you, and I'm so looking forward to Friday night again.
Me too. I'm looking forward to working with you again, sweetheart. Minty, is there anything you think you're picking up for Regan?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. You say you lost your walking stick. Is that right? Now, I want to
if I find it, that'd be great.
What I want to say is either look under your bed because you've put it there thinking it'll be easy to reach, or there's a cupboard, but it's not like a wardrobe. This is like a little room that I've got full of stuff. It's got coats in there. It's got loads of tat in there, and I've got it.
I know exactly where it is. I know
exactly. Purple material.
Purple material. Okay.
Also,
I know where it is. We've put it under the stair cupboard. And it's the kids put everything in there cleaning up when we had an inspection and hid everything in there.
That's what I feel, and it's right at the back. It's right.
I haven't even used it yet. I don't know how to operate them. They're confusing.
The other thing you mentioned about losing the driving license that came through the post.
Yes, it's going to cost me if I don't find it.
I don't know if you've got a tall wooden unit either in your kitchen or in your front room, or a high shelf with loads of little knicknacks on. You've put it in a pile of papers. You've put it behind a pile of papers behind you.
Shelving with lots of.
I'm just going to do something. Can I do something quickly for you?
That would be
yes. This is wow. This is
like
better than Ghost
in
Hunt.
A pile of papers on the shelf. Where am I going?
So this is allowed.
Right. I want to go to the right. Right. I want to. It's like it's in a pile of papers, but on a shelf with loads of little knickknacks on the top.
That's all knickknacks up there. There are the DVDs, and there's all paperwork everywhere. There's paperwork in there.
It's hidden in amongst paperwork.
Good luck.
It's like I've picked a load of papers up.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait.
You should be wearing a jumpsuit waiting for a helicopter.
Because this is still in a sealed envelope. This envelope hasn't been opened.
No, it has. Oh no, it has. My partner opened it. See, I thought it was in there. But
hello.
Oh yeah, that's my son. Yeah,
Well,
no.
You're live all over the world. Hello.
I'll show you the cupboard also for the walking stick.
Pull the walking stick.
If it's underneath something purple, Nick, that would be
awesome.
of products there, my dear, don't you?
I got a little addicted to shopping at op shops. I love op shops. You're going to support the op shops. Here we go. This would be a better way to do it. Oh. There's the door. So there's the door.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's like it's fell down on its side. I want to say it's at the back in the corner, but it's fell down on its side.
Right down there.
Yeah, I think, is it down there?
We will get Minty to go on a plane and come help you.
Come and have a look around your house for you.
It's all it's true. It's all folded
Remember to
up. So
share,
it's a
like, and
foldable one.
subscribe, and get 1,000 people to become a VIP immediately, and we will.
Yeah, and then we will pay for him to go.
Oh, mate, the amount of stuff you find at this
How many
house.
times 37p will it take?
I tell you, you'll find a lot of hidden treasure within this house.
Awesome.
But I'm also being told that a spade's a spade with you, and you've got to say it straight. And it's one of those where I'm biting my tongue at the moment, and I'm needing to speak my truth or speak my voice, but I'm picking my battles. Is there a bit of a battle going on that I'm biting my tongue with? And I feel like this is family related rather than work. And he's saying, just pick your battles, but the truth will come out by the middle of April.
Truth's out. The truth just come out, and it was, it's a secret that was in our family for 40 years that my mum held. And
wow.
Yeah, so it all came out. The truth did come out.
The truth has come out, but there's still stuff ongoing, though, isn't there, to deal with?
She won't. There is. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
That's fine. I am going to pick you a tarot card.
Okay.
And the one I've got is the 8 of Cups, and it's actually about
Tina, my lovely Tina. She said she's put.
Yes.
Let us know.
You have to let us know if you find them. That's brilliant.
Oh, I'm going on a mission after it, Tina.
I'm really drawn to walking towards this sun. It's like I'm stepping into my new self. I'm being my new me. I am speaking my truth, and I'm being much more decisive of who I let into my circle. And it's like I am learning to say no to other people as well.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm wanting to redecorate my home as well. I'm wanting to give it a fresh look. And it's just a process that will be ongoing, but you love projects. You love being busy. It helps you. You love decluttering because it kind of declutters your mind at the same time as well.
No, well, see, I've been home for 5 weeks, and I think it's pushed me the other way. Like, it's just, I've given up because I've been sick. I can't weight bear, which I did not just walk then. No one saw that. Okay.
Right.
No one saw that weight bear. I just realised. But I go to the doctor's tomorrow for the review, so I can put one toe down tomorrow.
Perfect.
We were one-toeing it.
Without the resting up at the moment, is it something that you normally do, is like quite often decluttering or sorting or getting rid of stuff because it's quite therapeutic for you?
Because I'm looking for something else. So yes, I do that, or I go and shop and buy more stuff at the op shop and go, I've been banned from the op shop by my family. They're like, there's so much stuff here. And I'm like, well, stop annoying me and I won't go shopping. But if they do something wrong, I'll go to the op shop and spend money. So they're looking out for me.
There's nothing like putting it back in the other court.
Well, I hope you do find your stick. I hope you do find your
I'll let you know.
Yeah,
let us know. Because I am seeing that driving license envelope. It's in a pile of important papers of all different sorts of stuff. That's what I mean.
I'm going to make them do it. Why do I have to do it all the time?
Well, this is true. But thank you for letting me link in with you. I do appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciated it.
Bless you, Regan.
Wonderful.
See you at the end of the week, darling.
See you Friday.
See you Friday. Bye, guys.
Minty, awesome. Thank you, mate.
Fabulous.
Brilliant. Yeah, I was seeing it tucked underneath some purple material like a coat, so it was a cupboard symbol for me. So as soon as you said that's like, yes, you're absolutely right. Brilliant. Well, my friends, I think we really ought to let everyone know what's going on this week on SPtv. What do you reckon?
I think that's a great idea.
So, Minty, do you want to say the magic words?
Oh, yes, Minty, your turn.
Roll the advert.
A minute there, I was like, what?
My Spiritual Designs, ethical creativity for spiritual people. MySpiritualDesigns.com. A new service offering graphic and website designs, along with video animations for those who serve spirit in their own way. We can create promotional videos with voiceovers and music, and custom-made apps. There are no monthly or yearly fees. No off-the-shelf solutions, all personalized to match your own unique vision. Our website deals offer your very own online events, service booking system which accepts PayPal and Stripe payments. a contact form, gallery, and video player. Our website deals starts from as little as £150 up to only £210. For more details, please visit myspiritualdesigns.com. Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting our annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives through spiritual acts of kindness. Candidates can register and put themselves forward to be acknowledged. Viewers can also nominate who they feel should be recognized for an achievement. Exclusively broadcasted live on SPtv, with 100% of the public votes being announced on Saturday the 27th of May from 7:30 p.m. For more information, please visit awards.spiritualpsychicstv.online. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together. Join Matt and Kirsty tonight from 8 p.m. The show consists of answering your spiritual questions and offering free mediumship and oracle card readings. On Tuesday afternoon from 1 p.m., Wendy Lindsay offers free spiritual readings and guidance using her crystal ball.
Hello again.
We are back. We are back. Bless you all. That was such fun.
We
And
had a right laugh.
if anybody hasn't got a clue what I'm talking about with pink jumpsuits and helicopters, just Google Challenge Annika and Treasure Hunt.
Yeah. And
It was an old TV show, and I loved it.
it wasn't that old, thank you.
No, I know. But I always wanted to be Annika Rice, you know, so I think I'd look
course you
great
did.
in a pink jumpsuit, but that's another story of the day. Minty, thank you so much. We have had so much fun today, and everyone at home has been
I hope
having
we-
such
yeah.
fun too.
We hope
Um,
you
I
really
love
you've
being
enjoyed
here.
yourself.
I have to admit, I agree with Sarah Tink Weston. I'd say keep notes in the diary. This is for Regan. I'd say
Yeah.
keep notes in your diary where you put something to remind you where something's safe. But if you're like me, you'll lose the diary.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we do have an amendment on the adverts, of course.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. it is the lovely and the gorgeous Wendy. So looking forward to that. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Thank you, of course, to the lovely producer, the man behind the scenes, the voice in our ear, the lovely
Mr.
Rick.
Richard.
Bless you all. And of course, thank you for sharing your morning with us. And
Yes.
there's the lovely Matthew Stapley. We still need to get you on here.
Yay.
I know you'll enjoy yourself, Matt. But thank you so much for sharing your morning with us, Minty. I've already sent you a friend's request in the commercial.
It's been brilliant having you on, Minty.
It's been a pleasure to meet you guys as well, and thank you so much for having me on. I've really, truly enjoyed it.
Bless you. Bless you. And a big thanks to your nan.
Yes. Well done, Nan.
I think it's only fair that I show you who my nan was.
Oh, lovely picture.
So that was
Aw.
her in her younger days, and then this is her. Oh, I do remember her.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And a spade was a spade with her. She's got this lovely, soft, gentle side to her, but trust me, she wouldn't suffer fools.
I don't know whether this is mediumship or whether this is just experience, but I have to tell you, she didn't call a spade a spade. She called it something to hit you with if you didn't read your tea leaves.
It was normally a cup being thrown at me.
Now you need to get off now and go and make yourself a cup of tea. Oh, dear.
But no, it's been a pleasure being here, so thank you.
Thank you so much.
And of course, we'll be back next week where we
Yes.
have got someone talking about feng shui.
I know.
So if you've got
Really
need
cool.
to help and requirement for help in getting your feng shui, I think we ought to have Regan back on for that one. You know, Regan, come back, send us some photos.
Yeah.
Feng shui your life. Send some photos that we can show to our feng shui lady. I believe is it lady?
Who is it?
It's gone quiet.
He's
I
gone
think-
very quiet.
I
He
think
was
we
talking
finally
just now, now he's gone quiet.
broken Richard.
Gypter. Oh, Jitka.
Jitka will be on talking about feng shui. So if you've got pictures that you want to send in to the show, to have yourself feng shuied, my love.
If you've got a picture of your lounge or your bedroom, wherever it is that you feel things might need a little moving around, she'll be able to give you a little nudge in the right direction.
A shunt of a cupboard here.
Okay. And Richard has just told us that you can share those photos with us at spiritualpsychicstv.co.uk.
Photos at spiritualpsychicstv.co.uk.
You can see I'm so good at this.
And on that fine note, again, Minty, a pleasure.
Thank you so much. I really, truly enjoyed it.
Oh, bless you. We've enjoyed being with you.
We have. And to my spiritual wife, Dawn, love to you always. Have a wonderful week.
You too,
love to you all in the world of SPtv. Don't forget, share, like, subscribe.
Become a VIP, 37p. And keep it
SPtv.